Okay, Garden Row update. Kind of a summation of what I've been going through here lately. It's really quite amazing because the stuff is going down just the way they say it would. You know, like I've been working real hard. I just want to say that I've been working real hard. I've been trying real hard, to clean up my act and just become a better person and this and that. And I've given my life to God, and I'm really turning away from my sin and just trying to walk in a better path, And every step of the way has been met with challenges. I'm a drug addict. I used to do a lot of meth, put that shit away. Women and all this shit. And it's always lust and drugs that pull me back in. And I've been tempted a lot lately. I've got tweakers that moved in next door, and they're pulling tweaker shit. And this lady, this lady, I say tweakers, it's really just a lady who's a tweaker, who's like a Jezebel. She's got a lot of boyfriends, And she's always pulling their strings and shit with the drugs and the sex and the powers that women have. And, this lady's approaching me strange. She's trying to give me her phone number and stuff, and I won't take it. She invites me into her house, and I won't go in. She wants to, because she's tweaking, she's smoking dope, she's doing these things. I know, nope. And so I shoot her down, and she doesn't appreciate that very much. Those kind of women really, they're used to controlling the men around them, right? And I wouldn't let her sink her teeth in there. It was all disguised. She wanted to give me her phone number to help her with her case, with this and that, and blah, blah, blah. No, it's all a disguise, it's all a front. And so here's the deal, like when she tempted me with being a part of the crew, being a part of the club, in like Flynn, she love bombs me and gives me $40 gifts. She does this and that and blah, blah, blah. And she doesn't really offer me drugs, but she makes it known that, if I wanted to partake in them, I could probably do something like that, and they're all high as a kite all the time, you know what I mean? And when that didn't work, the other day, she comes over here, and I didn't see it coming, she comes over here and she gives me some weed. I still smoke weed. And she gives me some weed and she laced it with meth, and I ended up the first bowl I smoked was just pot with nothing, no red flags or anything. And later on that day, I went to smoke another bowl. I loaded the bowl, and it was just weed, Well, I thought it was. I loaded the bowl, and I took one hit, and I tasted it. And it was too late. I inhaled. And got a little bit of that shit in my system. Bitch fucking did that shit on purpose, man. My neighbor laced the weed with meth because everything else she was doing wasn't working. She was trying to sink her claws into me, man. She was trying to fucking, that's how the devil works. And that's how I've always failed. But not this time, not this time, because I've been doing like I'm supposed to be doing, I've really been trying, I've really been repenting, and it's true what they say about, if you just follow Christ, things fall into place. It just seems impossible, but he will get in there and work the impossible, and that's what he's doing for me. And so it was like, even though I ended up under the influence of methamphetamines, here's the deal. As soon as I tasted that shit and I knew that was meth, I heard a voice say, Michael, this is not your fault. You did not choose to do methamphetamines, and I got you. Get that shit out of my house. And I grabbed it, and I walked over to the toilet, and I flushed that shit immediately. And so I was like under the influence, but I was not afflicted in the sense that there was no Jones. It didn't make me want to go back. I hate and despise methamphetamines. I couldn't wait for this shit to wear off. And this is really the first, I just woke up. And since this whole incident started, this is really the first moments I've had where I can look at you and say, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all gone out of my system. I don't have any mess going on in here. But that was a line that she crossed, that's just absolutely zero tolerance. Bitch fucked up. That was dumb, incredibly fucking dumb. And it's not going to be tolerated. She's not going to get away with it. Homie, don't play that shit. You don't fuck around like that. And whatever she's got coming, she's going to get. And there's zero accountability. Zero accountability. And all of a sudden I'm a fag, I'm a fucking this, I'm a that, I'm a liar, I'm a this, all this shit, all her true characters really start to shine through here. And so, it already caused a division in her home. So one of her boys was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm out. Because what you did was wrong and you shouldn't, and she denies, and this one dude that she called over for help walked away from her. But she's got her other boys, She's got good old Tony. Tony's always there to fuck up for her. I have a feeling that lady's had her claws in Tony for years. Good old Tony, man. Tony's always there for her. She's got her claws sunk into that man. And she probably never let him go. That Jezebel. Good old Tony. Tony the Tiger. Anyway. You guys are just messing with the wrong dude. Nope. Pretty underhanded shit. And it didn't work. It just made me stronger. It really did make me stronger. And I laid it down, dude. It's not over though. It's just begun. What a trip. Next it's going to be property. She's going to be fucking up my property. She's going to be out here poisoning my plants and shit. Fucking. She's already made up some crazy shit. I'm out to get her cats. That I hurt her cats. I threatened her cat. Oh my God, dude. The stuff that's going to come out of this woman's mouth is absolutely fucking, and that's just fine. I just know from personal experience that meth problems tend to take care of themselves. So, we'll see. It's one thing after the next here in Garden Row.